Anybody who's going through heart surgery is going through a period of anxiety, not sure what to expect, and that's why a visit from a veteran of the heart surgery, a volunteer who's been trained as well, like a Mended Heart volunteer, is so valuable to our patients and to our family. I mean, they've been there, done that, and they've gone through it. So it has to make a great deal of difference to the person who hears that, hey, you can come through this, you can be hopeful, you can be optimistic about what you're going to face.
Hello, I'm Fredonia Williams, a heart patient for the last 13 years. And so I want to congratulate Mended Hearts on 70 years of providing hope and encouragement to heart patients and their families. I've made a number of calls, emergency calls, during my 13-year journey, and most of those were to 911 because I was either in pain or there was an illness. But the most important call that I've ever made in my life was to a number in a senior citizens magazine that was under the heading support groups. And you might wonder, why was I looking for support groups? I saw cancer, I saw Alzheimer's, I saw AA, I saw diabetes, I saw weight control, and then I saw one that said heart disease. I couldn't believe it. I've been struggling for a year and a half trying to cope with the surprise of my life 10 days after my retirement. And that was open heart surgery and a year and a half of complications. So I called the number in that magazine. And this gentleman answered. And he said, I'm with Mended Hearts. And we're a support group for heart patients and their families. And we provide encouragement and support. And I said, are you a local group? And he said, yes, we have a chapter here in your hometown. And he said, why don't you come to one of our meetings? And I agreed to do that, not really knowing what I was getting into. He said, I will meet you at the front door. So I went to the first meeting. And this gentleman met me. I had seen the gentleman and some other ladies in the red jackets in the hospital, but it was such a difficult time that really didn't matter to me. I had 2 pillows. I didn't know where they'd come from. And I found out they came from this gentleman. So I spent the first night of my Mended Hearts career sitting and listening to other people sharing their stories about how they had managed to get their life back on track. And my life was a mess. It had been a year and a half. I had not driven. I was still having complications. I was still having problems with my meds. But I found a forever family in that support group that night. And so I am very pleased to congratulate Mended Hearts for giving me back my life. And as a result, I'm the former visiting chair. I'm also the former Southern Regional Director. And currently, I'm an Assistant Regional Director for the Southern Region. So Mended Hearts, thank you, because I made the most important phone call of my life to an organization that supported heart patients and their families. I wish you many, many years of success. Thank you.
Many of our patients are worried and concerned about themselves or their family members, and to have a Mended Hearts person come into the cath lab and put the patient at ease is just really a fantastic thing for our patients. Not only have I seen this firsthand as a physician with a myriad of patients, I've also seen it with my family members. My dad, my father-in-law, my mother-in-law all had cardiac catheterizations and then went on to revascularization. And the cath lab program for Mended Hearts has just been a godsend for my family and for all of my patients. It truly is one of those matches made in heaven.